Mark jumped on the Kings of Anglia podcast Twitter account last night, fresh after the game. And this is based on Chuba Akpom coming onto the pitch as a striker last night. His previous goal-scoring form for Middlesbrough has come as a 10, as a second striker, really. There's different ways to play the 10, but that's where he got all his goals for Middlesbrough. He's come to Ipswich to play that role. It's not quite happened for him in that role so far, but he came on for Hurst up front last night, even as on remained unused. And obviously he's got the goal, and there was plenty of other moments in the match where he was effective. So Mark's thrown out on the poll. Could Chuba Akpom end up being the best option for Ipswich at 9? Just having a look, and the results so far are yes, 47%. Let's see him there more, 41%, and an outright no, only 12%. So I'll throw it back to you boys. What do you reckon? Do you think Akpom is more a 9 than a 10 in this Ipswich system?
Ooh, AJ, I'll throw it to you, my friend. He's got obviously the physical attributes to do that. But yeah, what do you reckon? Stu, you went no, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, he voted no. But what's your thoughts?
Need to see more of it. He can do both, and I think that he'll have minutes spread out over both of them. Will he become, Ipswich's best option in the number 9? I'm not sure about that. Given the kind of demands of what an Ipswich number 9 needs to have, where a lot of criticism goes George Hurst's way, but a lot of that I think is aimed towards his goal scoring, which even he's been critical of, but you can't look past the incredible work that an Ipswich number 9 has to put in, holding up the ball, keeping defenders busy. It's a very unique role to play from the start. It's very different to play off the bench. So it's something we need to see more of for me to judge and for us to have a look at, because how that would work from the start of a match with Akpom facing those demands of holding the ball up and doing all of that, I'm not too sure whether that would work. Potentially it could, and potentially it would work really well, and he could add the goals to that side of things as well. So yeah, not too sure at this stage. It's definitely something that I think we will see more of, and I think it's something that we'll be able to make a better assessment of in this next little block. You've also got to think about the balance of the team as well. If you give Akpom his minutes as a number 9, then you're weakening the number 10 role, especially with Smodix out at the moment. Nunez isn't going to play every minute of every game. Sindra, of course, as you say, has expressed he wants to play in the 10 as a future kind of aim, but
he played at the end of the game, didn't he? When when Ben Johnson came on, he went in 10, didn't he?
Yeah, so there is that possibility there. Then you're looking at maybe some issues around the right wing. It's always about trying to find the right balance within the squad. Sure, you might get the best out of one player in position X, but is that then going to jeopardise what you can do in other areas of the pitch? That's my concern. So I'd like to see a bit more of it.
I'll tell you why I voted no in the poll, and it's the wording of the question. Will Akpom end up being the best option for Ipswich at number 9? I think he could be a option. Yep. But best option is where my no vote comes, because George Hurst is Ipswich's best option as a number 9. I know he has not been scoring loads of goals, but when have strikers scored loads of goals in a Kieran McKenna system? Even in the promotions, it's not like they rely on the front man scoring 20 plus goals. It's a team effort. What Kieran McKenna wants from his strikers is work rate, is high pressing, is link play, is leadership, all those sort of things. And even when it's not been going for George in front of goal, I think he is offering all those other things. And I thought last night, again, he worked his socks off in terms of pressing high along with Nunez, and put so much effort into sort of buttering up Hull and sort of setting it up for the substitutes. And just because Akpom scored a goal from a yard out as a number 9 doesn't suddenly make him Ipswich's best striker option. I think that's a little bit
Score a goal starts.
Fickle fandom maybe coming in. He has got the physical attributes to play. He's a 9.5. Yeah. Is probably the best way to describe him. But there was probably some of the best stuff he did last night was still dropping into the pockets and the link play. That counter-attacking chance where Ipswich had so many men over in attack, and Nunez in the end ended up taking it on his own, and the shot I think was blocked in the end, wasn't it, or saved? But that starts, if you look back, with Akpom dropping just halfway into the half and playing a really deft touch around the corner to get it going, and then he got on his bike and was an option to Nunez's right. He did some other good stuff like that as well. So it's a bit more nuanced than that. I'm not going to suddenly say Akpom not a 10 is a 9, but I'm delighted to see him get his first goal. For all the talk of it's not just about goals, that will have weighed slightly heavy on him, and hopefully now he can kick on.